Most AI apps fail for one simple reason. They start building before they start thinking. And AI makes that mistake way more expensive than people actually realize. Vibe coding is fun. You describe an idea, the AI starts building immediately and it feels magical. You see a UI appear, you see feature coming to life, and at first it feels insanely predictive. But there's a problem. You're basically thinking while building. You change your mind, you realize a feature is missing, you notice the structure isn't right. So you tweak. Then you tweak again, and eventually you end up rewriting half the app. Here's the counterintuitive part. People think AI removes the need for specs. It actually does the opposite. When a human doesn't understand something, they ask questions. AI doesn't. AI just guesses confidently. And vague input doesn't produce vague output. It produces wrong output that looks correct. That's why vibe coding breaks down so fast once the app gets even slightly complex. Vibe coding optimizes for one thing, time to first demo. But what it doesn't optimize for is maintainability, consistency, or time to a real shippable product. You lose time to refactoring, prompt drift, broken feature, and why did it do that moments. Vibe coding is great for dopamine, not always great for outcomes. So we added something new to Capacity called Spec Coding. The idea is simple. Instead of building first and thinking later, you think first, then you build. Yes, so of course it takes more time at the beginning, but the results are dramatically more consistent. Now, when you create a new app in Capacity, you can choose between two modes, vibe coding or spec coding. If you choose spec coding, nothing is built immediately. Instead, you are redirected to the spec tab. This is where the entire project gets defined before a single line of code is generated. Inside the spec tab, you meet your AI co-founder. This isn't just a chatbot, it's an AI agent that we designed to help you think through the project. It asks you questions like, what's the goal of the app? Who is it for? What are the core features? How should things be structured? And what's the design direction? And the key thing is, you don't need to know how to write a spec file. You just answer questions. The AI turns that into a clear, structured project blueprint. Most people hear specs and think documentation. That's not what it is. A spec is decision compression. It locks decision early so the AI doesn't redecide them every 5 minutes. A spec is basically saying, this is what we are building and this is what we are not building. And that's incredibly powerful when you're working with AI. Because when the AI finally starts building, it's not guessing anymore. It has a clear project outline, a clear structure, and clear constraints. And suddenly the output feels like, yeah, this is exactly what I had in mind. Less back and forth, less refactoring, less frustration. Spec coding really shines when you're building SaaS product, dashboard, internal tools, apps with authentication rules or workflows, anything you plan to maintain. Vibe coding is still great for landing pages, quick experiments, throwaway prototypes, testing ideas fast. But once the project matters, structure always wins. So this isn't about replacing vibe coding. It's about using the right tool at the right moment. You can use vibe coding when you want speed, and you can use spec coding when you want quality. Thinking before building sounds obvious, but in AI tools, it was completely missing. Now it's built directly into Capacity.